guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about all of the books I've been hauling recently. So these have honestly, I've gotten them over the last couple weeks and they've been sitting right there on the bookshelf and I've just been letting them stack up because I just haven't put them away. I don't know, I have this weird thing where, here's my little stack, where when I buy a new book, I don't want to put it on my bookshelf immediately. So I just let them accumulate. So I figured let's just go through them. And I also have my Fairy Loot adult box. We're just gonna open it up and go from there. I know I'm not really excited about this one that much, but I was excited about the story, but I know that the edition is just not what I thought it was gonna look like. So I figured let's just add it into the book haul. And this is not gonna be in depth or anything like that. I'm just kind of opening it. If I can get it out of the sleeve. So this is T.J. Klune's In the Lives of Puppets. This is I think a sci-fi more than it is a fantasy. It's like a Pinocchio retelling type-esque, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it says inspired by the adventures of Pinocchio. Yeah, so I think the book is pretty, ooh, these stenciled, like I said, I saw this online, so I literally know what it looks like. I can't be surprised on this one. But the one thing I'm sad about is the original book is very green and brown, and I kind of wished they wouldn't have changed the color because, I don't know, I like the green and brown. I just think it matches his other books a little bit better in my opinion. But, oh, this is cute. So it's like a purple hardcover. Cool. I'm still gonna read it because this was one of my anticipated reads for the year. But I don't know, I'm just not impressed with this Fairy Loot edition of it. I just think that it's a little bit too different and not in a good way. So the next book I picked up was the 20th anniversary edition of wow, I'm totally tripping over myself. Stephen Chbosky, and this is The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I kind of low-key hate the cover of this book. I just think it's so bland, but this is a classic book. I think most people know what Perks of Being the Wallflower is. The movie is iconic, and this is written in letter format, so it is Charlie's letters, about his life, and, making friends. It's very coming of age, he's struggling with mental illness, and he's kind of being reintroduced to, society, essentially. Not really, but he's, making friends, kind of, and actually doing things with his life. So, Andy's in high school and it's all fun. We know the iconic scene in the tunnel. I think everyone just wants to live like that too. So, I figured this one's cool because it has a new letter in it. So it has an additional letter. I think that'll be interesting to see the difference. I don't actually own a copy of the original one. It got lost somewhere probably when I was 15. But I'm excited to reread it, and it's such a short little book. You could easily read this in one sitting, and it would be a lot of fun. So, moving on, the next one I was pretty excited about. This is Howls Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones, and so The Secret World of Arrietty and Howls Moving Castle are my top 2 Studio Ghibli movies, and when I saw people, this was circulating online and everything like that, I never knew that the movie was based off a book. I know that they're super, super different, and this is actually a series, but people say the rest of the books don't actually have anything to do with the movie. So I'm really interested to see the difference between the book and the movie because I love the movie so much. And this is a pretty decently sized book. This is also a children's book. It was in, or a young readers, it was in the young readers section. So I feel like it is going to be really easy to read. So this is something you could skim read and do it really fast because it's not, at least that's what I'm making the assumption. I've never read it. So the next one I think is one of my 2 favorite out of the haul, and this is the paperback edition Barnes & Noble exclusive of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and one of my all-time favorite books. I hate this sticker, I have to take it off. But This is the most beautiful edition I have ever seen in my entire life. So I know that they came out with and it has I always forget what this is called, but like the edges that are like raw and uneven, which I love, and it has little flaps on the inside. I just think that, oh, I love this. This is so much more beautiful than the original cover. And they do have the paperback with the original cover as well. But from what I've heard, this is like it looks very similar to the France edition, I think is what people said. But I just was obsessed with this. I had to pick it up because you can never have too many editions of your favorite book. I also love the spine that it literally just says V. Schwab and then like in small letters because that's so opposite of what people usually do. So I don't know, I just like it. I'm so excited. I want to reread it, but like I kind of don't ever want to read this edition because it's so pretty. I don't want to ruin it. Oh, I love her. And I don't know where to put her because she's paperback, so, you know, they're not super sturdy, but I want to display the cover. So if anyone has any good tips on displaying the front of your paperback books, let me know because I would love to do that. Okay, the next thing I've got on here, so I have 2 romances next, fun stuff. This is The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels by India Holton, and I've seen a lot of people talk about these books. They're very whimsical and weird, and this is about a woman, a Victorian lady, who is a thief, and she encounters a man who was sent to be her assassin, to murder her, and some events happen where they have to team up and work together. So I think that sounds, you know, enemies to lovers. We all know how that's gonna go. I love that. And I just find it so quirky, like the Victorian lady like type of thief, and it's like a society of thieving women or something like that. I just think that that's so cute. And she has quite this, I know it's not a series, I don't think they really like, my cat just scared himself with a packing peanut. Alright, but like I was saying, I don't think they're actually connected, I could be wrong, but each one is like even quirkier. Like there's like one's about witches, and then there's one she just came out with, this is like a tea party or something like that, and I find it so whimsical. I'm very excited to read it. So I don't think a lot of them actually get really great reviews, but I don't even care. I just want to experience that. So you have to take the Goodreads reviews with like a grain of salt, because you could, like, everyone could hate a book and you could absolutely love it. So don't let that influence you 100% on if you should pick up a book or not. The next romance I got is Lease on Love, and this is by Fallon Ballard, and I'm not gonna lie, the only reason I picked this book up is because I loved the cover. It's so pretty, and it's just like a little tiny romance story. These are my favorite. I use these as palette cleansers in between my fantasy series, and this one is about a girl who got passed up on a promotion that she felt like she deserved, and she needs to find a couple things, one of them being a place to live, when she encounters a man who, his parents just passed away, and he has some open space in a room he's trying to rent out. So she moves in together, and they're complete opposites. So they're not, you know how that goes. Complete opposites, and she starts sprucing up the place, and he's, he likes it. And I think they start to like each other, and the love story takes off from there. So I don't really know if this is like a meet cute, like, I have no idea what kind of romance this is. It kind of sounds like it might be like a meet cute, but I have no idea. And her name's Sadie. I just like that name. So this has actually quite bad reviews on Goodreads, because when I find books that I've never heard anyone talk about, I'll like sit in Barnes & Noble and look them up on Goodreads, and sometimes I let it be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't, especially with fantasy books. I'm like, maybe I should listen a little bit, but like when it comes to romance and stuff like that, I don't really care, because they're all pretty much the same. Except like if you're looking at like some of the top romance authors, they have like their own quirk, and then like quirk. however you want to pronounce it, they have their own thing, niche. So all the rest of them are pretty much the same in my opinion. So I'm excited to read that. I'm going to save the next book for last, and I'm going to skip to this one, which is Dear Medusa by Olivia E. Cole, and I actually found this at Half Price Books. I've looked at this one at Barnes & Noble quite a few times, and I love the cover of it. I think that's what, like, attracts me to it so much. It's so pretty, and, like, oh, this artwork is just gorgeous. But it is very, like, it gives me Speak vibes, and I really enjoyed Speak. It's about a girl who kind of gets, like, her reputation coined as a girl who's had sex, and she, little do, like, the rest of the people know in high school, that she was actually sexually assaulted. So people are judging her, she lost her friends, and all of a sudden a mysterious letter appears in her locker, alluding to a possible another victim. So she has to kind of go through her internal struggles of, does she want to try to fight back? Does she want to try to stand up for herself and make a difference? Or is she just gonna let, like, her anger and her trauma destroy her, essentially? So I think this sounds amazing. I would definitely check out any trigger. I mean, obviously there is sexual assault, which is a big trigger warning for a lot of people, but I think that this sounds amazing. I love stories like that, and I'm hoping it's done well, because I know that these can go, like, one of two ways. Like, Speak, it was done beautifully, so I'm hoping that this is very similar. But I'm excited to read this one, and it's, you know, it's not huge. It's definitely not tiny, but, oh, wait a second, I haven't even looked inside this book, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't looked at a single page, but it's written like exactly like Speak is, where this makes me really excited. I'm taking the cover off. Where it's like little blurbs. Like it's like a big title, and then it'll do like writing and a title instead of doing chapters. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's like, I don't see chapter headings. Oh, and this is also a sapphic book. She has discovers she has a crush on a girl in her school. So that is another aspect inside of the story as well. But I am so excited because of the style that it's written on. I think it's so unique. I love it. So, moving on to, I think, the best find that I have ever found. I just threw it up in the air. That I've ever found at a Half Price Books ever. And this is... Did I really just struggle to find the name? This is Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. And let's just look at her beauty. She's in phenomenal condition. And this, I could be wrong, but I'm almost 100% positive that this is the UK tour edition. And, you cannot buy this anymore. It has this beautiful dust jacket. And then it also says, collector's first edition. And it has the other cover printed right onto the hardcover. We also have a very beautiful artwork on the inside. And you can't buy this anywhere, and people are selling it online for quite a bit of money. So the fact that I found it for $12 makes me so happy, because I've been really wanting to read this series. This is another story in the Shadowhunters realm, and they're all based, so the two stories that she has past, the Mortal Instruments, are based before, so they're prequels, essentially. And this one, I think, is you read so not this one. You don't read this one, you read the other series first, and then you read this one. And then you read the Mortal Instruments, which I think you can do whatever you want, really. But this is a Victorian style, England. I'm pretty sure they're in England. And it is a story in the Shadowhunters. I think everyone knows what the Shadowhunters are. They hunt demons, and it follows a girl, I'm pretty sure, is the main character. So, I'm very excited. I seemed like I knew very little about that one, but when I saw that, I was so hyped. I was like, oh my gosh, no way this is sitting here at Half Price Books for $12. So I had to pick it up. I do actually have the paperback edition of this book, but you can never, say I love it, I will be so happy that I have 2. And there was actually another one there too, so there was 2 of them. Shocking, I have no idea. And so I think, like, hopefully someone else who loves these series goes and finds that one as well. But I think that's so cool. And I wasn't going to buy 2, obviously. Though I could see myself doing something crazy like that and just being like, oh my gosh, I love them so much, I have multiple of them. But I think that's so pretty. Just a little praise for her again. Oh, gorgeous. That is all of the books that I've gotten through the past couple weeks. I think it's time for me now to put them on my bookshelf, so that's what I'm going to do right after this because they've been sitting for far too long. Let me know if you guys have picked up any good books recently so I can go and start my bookshelf stack collection again, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!